I did the damn thing. What is up, you guys? It is your girl Lanisha, aka Nisha the Barbie, whatever you want to call me, and today I'm back with another video. Y'all already know what I'm gonna say. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button, and if you're not, just keep watching. Today I am pretty decent. I feel like I actually got up and did my makeup this morning, so I felt like I should do a story time, my college experience. Okay, so you guys, I graduated from high school in August of 2017. Go Panthers. I started community college in August of 2017. Honestly, I really didn't want to go to college, but I felt like, I was gonna have to work. And when you think about it, what are you gonna do in the long run if you don't have any degrees? Because I've never worked at a fast food place. I'm not knocking people who work at a fast food place, but I don't want to work at a fast food place. Like, that's just not me. I mainly went to college because I want to make my family proud. So I didn't have a car or a license. My cousin ended up having to drive us around school, do this, do that, because he was the one with the license. My first day was pretty just straightforward. Like when you first go to school, you meet new people, you talk to new people, and you figure out, are they going to be your friends in the long run? Are they going to be your bridesmaids in your weddings? Or are you going to wind up hating them? My first day I got there, I met a couple of people, a girl that I'm not friends with, a guy that I really don't even talk to anymore, and that was that on the first day. Mind you, you have to get used to everything. I didn't have a dorm room, so I had to go back and forth for 2 weeks. I didn't have a meal plan, and I only had $300 saved up for my job. So every day I was either spending it on giving gas to my cousin, or I was buying food. The first party was actually on the first day of school, or on the first night of school, whatever you want to call it. The parties were lit. Let me tell you about that. That first party was super duper packed. Everybody was half drunk, everybody was half high. That's how you knew who was and who wasn't gonna be your friend for the rest of the year. The second day of school came and I met my girl, Shy. When we first got into that class, it was just like a, hey, how are you? And how you, not saying this is the issue, but you always want to sit by somebody that relates to you, or somebody that is your color. Like, or either somebody that you already play in this class with. So I came into the class first, and she came and sat by me, so I was like, ooh, there's another black girl, so we'll probably get to know each other. Me and Shy were in class or whatever, everybody's getting to know everybody, and we're gonna fake a name, but my friend's name is Shy. She was like, do you know Daryl? And I was like, Daryl. And in the back of my mind, when she said his whole name, I wasn't thinking, he dated a girl from my school. So she was like, I was like, no, I don't know Daryl. Why? She was like, girl, because I'm talking to him, whoop the whoop, all that. And I was like, okay, girl, okay. So the Thursday she came back in that class, she was like, this him. I was like, yup, I know who Daryl is. I definitely know who Daryl is. She was like, what about him, girl? Spilled all the tea, told her about what he had done, who he had went with, who had him over who. She was like, okay, that's cool, because he lying and saying this, and he lying and saying that, and I was like, okay, girl. That's the rest is history. That's how me and Shy ended up being friends. And we're friends for life. I am her daughter's godmommy, and I'm super excited to be her godmommy, and she's going into labor today. This is not going to be posted on the day that I'm saying this stuff, but I might have a god baby. And those 2 weeks flew by, and I finally got a dorm room. The only thing that was bothering me is that it was a 5-person room. And not to mention, I got the top bunk, which was even worse. I did have a roommate that I graduated with, so that was good. I had a pageant queen. I had another girl that was like really super cool. She was really sweet. And then I had one gross one. like one. It's always gonna be somebody you live with that is completely, utterly disgusting. She was a cool person. She was just a nasty person. Let's talk about my relationships. I was gonna make a vow to myself to be celibate in college and not, you know, just do anything walking. I did keep that promise, and then I started dating somebody, and that was that. I was talking to this guy that I had met on the first day of school. He was really cool. You know, it just didn't work out. It's like there was nothing there. It was just like, you know, like sparks. It's like, it was just like you trying to get the spark started. That didn't work out. So then I started talking to a guy that was not on the basketball team, but he was a part of the basketball team. He never let me in, never wanted me to come in his room on Tuesday visitation. First visitation date, we just walked around the campus, talked about, you know, just introduced ourselves. When I told him about my dad. Sensitive subject, we're not gonna get on it because my eyes are already getting teary. Ended up cutting that short, and that only lasted 2 weeks, y'all. We only talked to each other for 2 freaking weeks. So then he started talking to this other girl that was the same size as me. Y'all know that I've been on a pediment, so I've gained a little bit of weight. So she was on Snap one night or whatever, and she snapped me. She was like, "Hey, I have a question for you." And I was like, "What's up?" She was like, "Do you and so-and-so talk anymore?" And I was like, "No, we never talked. We just texted." So she was like, "Oh, okay." Then when I started scrolling through Snap, he was in the backseat and 2 other people and her. So I figured, you know, she was trying to be messy. So me being Queen Petty LaBelle, I was like, I can't even remember what I said on Snap. It's been so long ago. And she was like, "Oh, bitch, come correct." Keep in mind, y'all, like I said, we're the same size. People were like, "Oh, she ain't gonna do shit. She ain't even off the porch yet." So I replied to her and I was like, "Why are you being messy?" She was like, "Next time you want to say something, be direct so you get your ass whooped." I was like, "Girl, quit all this talk because you're not gonna be nobody ass." And you know how you know, like, when girls hang around a group of people, it's some follow the leader kind of type stuff. And I don't know if they were hyping her up to be bad. It probably would have been a quick scrap. One of my friends, Jade, she doesn't tolerate, you know, like people like picking on people, or even if you are the same size, like if you're not gonna do anything, you know, just quit all the stuff. So we would walk by places. She would fling a door open. She would giggle and laugh every time we walked by, and it's just like, okay, as long as you didn't touch me, I was fine. Though if she would have touched me, it would have been a problem. That was pretty much the only girl beef I had. Over nothing. And plus, if I'm fighting somebody, it definitely won't be over a nigga that was never mine. Let's just get that straight. I have argued with you over somebody, but it's never gotten to the point where I'm gonna put my hands on you. Nothing like that. It will never be that, ever. When I was 18, I'm 20 now. It won't be that like that in 25. It won't be like that at 40. This whole, like, everybody's cool now. Everybody's cordial. So it's not like, you know. This is a video about my college experience, so I'm explaining it. Then the third guy I talked to ended up being my ex-boyfriend, and that was that stuff. My classes. I had a pretty easy, smooth first year of class until I got drop happy. Getting drop happy is going to cause you to stay in school longer because you're going to have to take some of the classes over. My macroeconomics teacher, she was super confusing. It's just like I didn't understand anything, and it was just like when I went in that class, I just was like. Then I had a talk with my advisor about what I should do. If you fail the class, your financial aid gets doomed, put in different order, is half, cut in half. Something is gonna happen with your financial aid if you make an F. So the best thing to do is drop it with a W, take it over if you need it. So my advisor was like, drop it, you know, so it was like, keep in mind, I had no knowledge of if you drop a class and stay in a dorm under hours, you'll get fined. You'll get some type of it's not, I wouldn't say punishment, but you'll get something that they're like, you know, you're really not supposed to do that. your advisor really is kind of paid to keep you there longer. That's what I think. So she was like, you know, yeah, you could just drop the class, not knowing that I was already, 3 of the classes that I was taking did not count towards my graduation. So I only had 5 hours my first semester. I should have listened to my sister when she said, take summer classes, because you know what? I would have graduated last week like I was supposed to. But I have to wait until this time next year. I'll be a super sophomore in college. When you drop a class, you have to have 15 hours. I dropped a 3-hour class, which left me with 12 hours living in a dorm. So I went to talk to the housing director. She was like, yeah, you can stay in there, you know, since you don't have a car or whatever. She didn't tell me there was going to be consequences. I was just like, you know, it's my first year of college. Just wing it. Little did I know my ass would be smacked with academic probation the next semester. Yeah, my second semester came, and they were like, you know, they sent me a letter. They were like, if you fail to do this, blah, 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 on academic probation, you're so-and-so. I prayed to God. I was like, God, please let me get through this semester so I could graduate on time, so I could do this, so I could do that. You know how you have those little prayers with God where you like, God, if you do this for me, I promise I ain't gonna do this no more. That's what kind of prayer that was. And it actually works, because I worked my butt off and I had all A's and B's with a 3.4 GPA, and I was like, I ain't never ever had all A's and B's at once, and I ain't never ever had a 3.4 GPA. So I was like, got off academic probation, went to my advisor again, and she was like, you're not gonna be able to graduate on time. I was like, oh really? I was like, oh, we gonna graduate on time. Wait. I made a D in beginning algebra. I had to take that over my second semester too. Now we're back on track. So she was like, you could just take summer classes. So I was like, okay, that's cool with me. She gave me macroeconomics again. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna try to get me a car this summer, you know, because I'm gonna have to be going back and forth to take my midterm and to take my final exam. I started looking for a job, and I ended up getting the job, and they had me working back to back. I barely had enough time to do my homework. I was always tired, having 3 classes, and the fact that they were due on Wednesdays and Sundays, it was just back to back to back. And that's 3 classes, y'all. That's crazy. You're doing 3 assignments on some day, 3 assignments on another day, all while trying to sleep, all while trying to save your money, all while trying to do one thing at a time, and it just will not work. So I ended up failing all 3 of those classes, which put me back on academic probation. But I ended up, you know, getting a car in August, and I ended up being able to get all of my stuff together. My third semester went by pretty fast. Placed on academic probation again because I had failed the classes. I was just like, I felt like I had hit rock bottom, because like I just got out of this rut and I'm back in this rut. I was taking a Western Civilization class, and the teacher was old as dust. Y'all might know him. He was super hard. Like, he should be retired. Like, he was like old enough to be somebody's granddaddy. I ended up dropping that class, and I ended up having to appeal for this semester that I just left out of. Now, I told y'all I'm not a school bitch. I really don't like school like that. I'm just trying to get in, get out, make my mama happy, make my whole family happy, so we can turn up for the one time. But I can't get through it. I'm trying hard. So I made the move. I work in Tupelo anyway. I was like, I work here anyway, so I made the move, and I started staying at my uncle and aunt's house. I got here, and my grades were good, and then I had to take college algebra. I waited too late to drop the class to add another, and I was just like, man, you know what? I can't flunk another class. But I mean, since I was on academic probation again because of the same reason, which I double checked with the dean of the housing, I guess that's what you call him. He was like, oh, you're good. Fast forward to here I am now, having to pay for my classes out of pocket to finish 3 classes. Then I have 3 more classes to take in the fall, and I don't get to graduate until this time next year. that is all that I have for you today. My tips for people that are going to college: number one, go to college. Like, make your family proud, even if it is just to a JUCO for 2 years. You still graduate, you still have a degree, and you still can do something with it to have a profession in whatever you majored in. Don't get drop happy. Make friends all the time. You know, don't fall in love too quickly. You're like super young, so am I. That's why I'm giving you this advice. Woo-hoo. Just live life to the fullest. Life is too short to be stressing about certain things. I definitely am stressed about this. Don't get in a bind like I do. And if you need to change your advisor, honey, change them, because they will do your schedule backwards, get paid double time behind your back, and you ain't getting none of that money, and you'll be out of pocket. So like, comment, subscribe on this video, you guys. Just let me know what you guys want to see next, and I will be back with another video.